Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the fourth episode of MOC Monday. Thanks to everyone who's been watching my previous videos, and I hope you'll continue watching. We're going to have new MOCs every week. So this week, we are taking a look at a classic castle MOC. We're going to have some changes. Not have some changes, but we're changing it up a bit. Usually we've been doing pirate MOCs, and we're definitely going to be going back to that. But today I have made something in the style of a classic castle. Again, like usual, limited by my limited amount of pieces I have available to me here at the time. So basically, this is, like I said, a classic castle kind of build. You can definitely see the stylistic elements of the castles from the good old days, from the 80s and from the 90s. Some of those Black Knights, the Black Monarchs, all that kind of stuff. So it's definitely, that style, and you see a lot of those elements. You see those wall panels and the corner panels and all those sorts of things. And those were definitely useful with my limited parts and limited colors so that I could actually make this a decent size. So to start off, let's take a look here at the entranceway. I'm actually really proud of this. So we've got kind of a tower. It goes up above the doorway. We see here I've got kind of a knight. Here I don't have any of my actual castle minifigs here, so this is just kind of a classic minifigure. He's riding a horse. I have a silver helmet on him, and he's holding a gold sword. So I had him kind of at the door. We'll get him out of the way. So these doors are brick built. I'm pretty excited about it. So they do close, you see. And it looks really nice. They're tiled. I gotta close them together so that they actually close correctly. So I think the tiling looks really good. And when they're closed, it really has a castle door look. So let's take a look at those. So we see here, I've got the towers completely unfinished, but let's take a look back here behind the door. So you can see here how it's built. We've got these clips here on the side. They're just clipping it in, and it's just a whole bunch of plates. And so a whole bunch of plates being held together to be the right size, and then I tiled it over on the front, and they open and close. So that's those. I also really like that I have the flags hanging on either side of it and these little white columns, which just add some detail, I think. So that's kind of my entranceway. Something I'm very, very proud of. And let's go ahead and move around to the left. So you can see I've got just kind of my castle walls and tower. It's tiled. I ran out of gray tiles, so I have some white here at the end. But, just a place where people can go, archers, whatever. I didn't have any to set around here. And basically this whole wall is made from these castle wall panels. Very simple. But I think it looks really nice with the slopes on the top and the bottom. So they add that detail so it's not just a flat wall. And then we go back and we have another slightly smaller and shorter tower here on the back corner. I actually put that there because I didn't have any more of these masonry bricks to make the rest of this. I don't know what these things are called, but like the slats that you have on the castle walls. So I ran out of those. So I put another tower in. So let's go ahead and walk around now to the backhand side of the castle. Here we go. We see that corner with that tower. And we see over here on the back, again, it's a very similar thing. It's made mostly from wall panels, and this time I ran out of the black ones, so on the back I'm using just random whites and the yellows, and then some brown filler brick. The idea is hopefully, this is in the back and people don't really see this that much, and that's also why, again, I ran out of those masonry bricks to finish the slats, so that little area is unfinished. So let's go ahead and take a look now at this side. This side is actually my favorite part of the MOC because these walls are brick built. So you see here they have the really nice detail. So on this panel here we've got that black detailing line. It's really interesting how I did that, and we'll take a look at that in a moment. And going here with the detailing also of the sand green. And again, similarly over here, but we see it's a slightly different pattern of that black detailing. I'm really proud of it. This is actually why I built this MOC, was to practice this kind of technique. But again, amount of bricks, I couldn't make something that looked good that went the whole way around the MOC, or most of the way. So I have two panels like this. And we also have one of those panels is mounted at an angle with the same technique I've used previously, using these hinge bricks and sitting on tiles here in the middle. So we've got that, and of course our third tower is sitting up here on that angled part to kind of break it up. So let's go ahead and take a look inside, if we can get a good shot of it. Of how, no, so we're not, yes we can. So if you see here, those plates are actually just held in by this other plate. And they're not actually, or those tiles, they're held by this other tile behind them, and it's all pressure. They're not actually connected to anything, and that's how I'm doing this paneling here. So you see I've got these slopes, and I offset on the bottom here with jumper plates, and then I have these tiles kind of in between them, and then I have jumper plates on top again to be able to close it off. So, you know, if anyone's actually more interested in this technique, maybe I'll do a full tutorial. But right now, that's kind of what I got. I got these two panels. I think they look really nice. So, in addition to all of that, we did do a tiny bit in the interior, but not too much. So we have over here a little stable. So we see there are two horses in there, a black one and a white one. The white one is hard to see because it's under this roof thing. There we go. And so we can see here that they, you know, it's pretty basic. I'll make nicer stables in the future, but I just kind of wanted to have something inside. And in addition to that, I kind of took this and modified it from the Lego Friends Heart Lake Pizzeria. And so what we have over here is just kind of a little market stall or something that you might see inside of some castle walls. Something, you know, just add a little detail again. I don't have pieces to really build all the interior I wanted, but I did want to have something. So that's what we've got going on here. And, you know, it's a pretty basic build, but it does have some really cool parts and some really cool techniques. And it's a nice pace, change of pace to build from going pirate to, you know, doing a traditional castle build. I mean, there are definitely some new parts in this, but this is mostly made from old classic castle parts. You know, these panels and everything like that. So it's definitely the kind of style of what I grew up with in the 90s and the old sets from the 80s that I also had a little bit in the 90s. And so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe you learned something. I'd love to hear any comments anyone had. If you liked the video, please give me that thumbs up. Drop a comment. Subscribe. You know, I'm doing this because I'm hoping to share. I enjoy it. You can see I don't get a lot of views right now. Hopefully one day I will, maybe, but that's not my goal. I definitely would love to hear from you, though, to improve. I'm doing this for fun. I want to document the Lego I build before I destroy it and build something new. So I decided I should share it with you guys, and I want to know if you guys like it. So I'm going to continue these MOC Mondays, at least for the next, you know, several months. And we'll see how it goes from there, and I'll probably have other kinds of videos too, but I'm enjoying doing them, and I really hope that some people are enjoying watching them. And if you are, please let me know so that I, you know, can make a decision how to continue with my videos. And also let me know if you have any suggestions or things you want me to build. In general, I'm going to be doing pirates, but I like to build some castle, I like to build some space. So, you know, there's definitely a lot of options, and I want this to be done together if you guys are into it. So, thanks for watching. Drop me a like, drop me a comment, and I'll see you guys next week.